What's good, everyone? This is definitely a recap from yesterday's comp. I want to say again, thank you to my subscribers. Again, what I've noticed every time I post a video, the subscribers go up, and at the end of the day, that's just what the goal that I'm trying to do, and the things that I'm trying to accomplish with my YouTube channel and with my community. All I can say is just thank you. So again, hey, continue to like, support, subscribe, all that other stuff. But moving over to the comp, y'all forgive me out. Just got done with my last forum on school. I'm gonna make a video on that maybe later on tonight or tomorrow, depending on how I feel. Balancing gaming, and you know what? Again, technically I'm a bum. I don't got a job, so by the graces of God, I'm fortunate to where I can just do what I want. Not really, but do what I want. But I can't imagine somebody who works a full-time job trains, whether it just because they want to or they're an athlete, streaming. Just you gotta. I think this portion of my life is really teaching me time management. Time management that I clearly didn't learn, that I wasn't able to retain while I was in the military. We'll see. But anyway, on to the powerlifting comp. I want to give a big shout out again to Aaron, Sam on commentary, USPA Powerlifting. The competitors did a phenomenal job. I'm posting clips throughout the day, so you guys can, if you guys want to watch the whole live, you can just look at some of the recaps. But this is me critiquing myself and my product. So one thing, hold on, let me and this is when I had to edit it and all that other stuff. But so the difference between what I believe, and you take, however you take a critique is however you take a critique. Actually, hold on, y'all, 1 second. Make sure I'm not just. Okay, no, I'm not. So, however you take a critique is, how you take a critique. Now, with that being said, in the realm of content creating, I gotta, I know the difference between malicious intent, a hater, and somebody who's giving me healthy critiques. But one of the issues that I ran into was audio. I don't know, when I heard it on my phone, you could hear it clear. So I'm kind of like, all right, was that person? Well, no, because it was more than one person. Now, I think one good critique that I got was the echoes that you heard on commentary when you did hear. So one issue I ran into is that you could barely hear us speaking, and then another issue was echo. So apparently that's a common thing, especially in Streamlabs. Not making any excuses. I'm learning all this stuff on the fly. And the reason why I'm okay and susceptible to the critiques is because, again, this product is free for right now. So I have to take all the critiques I can, like any event, and I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this for free. I don't know, especially with what I'm going to school for, my own other personal goals, and just, again, my overall goal as far as content creating is to get monetized. If I can get monetized on YouTube, then eventually I know I'm going to get monetized on TikTok. Facebook and Instagram is kind of hard for me. I got a bigger audience on Instagram, like I always say, but I just be posting a post on there. But anyway, on to the let me see. There we go. Playing, still on pause, waiting to go. So I know y'all can see me in the left and the upper right corner and the bottom left corner. So hopefully you guys can still see the commentary on the left. But this is just, a few things about the comp. So right here, I can see why they would say, hey, we could barely hear you. Now, the one thing I also kind of worried about was camera quality. So I'm not recording from my webcam, my HD webcam. I'm actually recording from my A600-1, my A601, and possibly my ZV-10. And I got the setting set on audio, so it's supposed to acclimate or whatever to but then I also know it depends on the capture card. So the one, again, I haven't gone to school for these things. This is really more like of a hobby. But one of the things I'm kind of worried about, now hold on, like even when let's do it like that, right? So I don't know if y'all can see that quality, but this is the quality that you guys see when it's on the phone. Now, when you enlarge it, from what I've noticed, again, quality looks perfect clear. Now, when you enlarge it, it's like, the frame is, can still see the words clear, the pit, all that other stuff, but it's just... Now, watching it on a handheld would probably be different than watching it on a full-size screen computer. I think it just depends on the program you use, whether you're watching from an Android, whether you're watching from an iPhone, but... And again, not an excuse, but it's an excuse. But we were closer on the speaker side, but I went to the side that had all the outlets. There goes Miss Aaron doing her thing. One thing I want to say about the competitors, right? Especially the younger ones, man, you had 15-year-olds just doing phenomenal weight. It was actually kind of like pretty cool. We had one of the top lifters in North Carolina out there. I think his total is like 2040, 2063. Hopefully I don't butcher his name because I butchered it all yesterday. But a dude named Medulla, strong dude. What was it? A 760 squat, a 451 bench, maybe a little bit more than that. He was gonna deadlift 800 pounds, but I don't know what happened. I think he kind of overdid it on his back during that comp. So he just, But with also that being said, right, it happens. And what I mean by that is even with the best lifters, like regardless if you have a 15-pound total, a 2,000-pound total, a 23, like it happens. Like, I think that's the thing about, one thing I learned is what you hit in comp is not going to reflect what you hit in training, or what you hit in training is not going to reflect what you hit in comp. So, I was kind of like, all right, bet, yeah, that definitely does make sense, especially if you're just doing one compound lift for a day. Rude awakening, I think I kind of, especially with all the, so this is my second time live streaming a powerlifting event. I've done 3 live streaming events. But anyway, even before that, I've gone to at least, I think this was my 10th. Since I started supporting and going to powerlifting events, I think this was my 10th powerlifting event that I went to. And what I learned is, like, especially when it comes to the perfect dot scores, when it comes to like totals and all that, it depends on what your goal is in powerlifting when you compete. Especially if you're trying to imagine trying to get a perfect total, a perfect dot score in the state records. Like, again, that's a lot on a comp day. And again, the output that you get on one compound lift and training is going to be way different from when you compete. So, but anyway, continue with this. See if we can go to some higher numbers. Guys did phenomenal. Let's see. I think that's one of the 15-year-olds that I was talking about. We had a couple of teenagers, and it was just like, I was like, damn, them youngins, they did their thing. Let me see. What was it? I think this was... So wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think this definitely wasn't the 760 squat. I think this, and the only reason I know it because this is like 10 pounds shy of my PR on deadlift. I'm gonna tell you right now, they were doing their damn thing because I couldn't. But shout out to the loaders and spotters, man. Y'all listen, that's yeah. It was a workout even for them. So And even right here, right, you can hear us. Like, again, I don't know. Maybe I don't think it was my mic. I think so. I do know every time I muted the mic, I had to turn the volume up, like reset it. I don't know if muting the mic kind of resets it, and you gotta. But I think that might have been the problem too. As far as the volume, now I gotta look into the echo because apparently there is a way on Streamlabs to fix that, depending on how you have your setup. So we'll see.
Yep, here he is. James is a strong man. I am so excited to see what he's able to squat. Today. He's got it. Oh, it's going to be speedy. He's a good guy.
That's not how I think about it. Plug into the system.
Up two.
My bad, I'm just looking at my setup here and wondering what I could have possibly did wrong.
But he went and checked himself. He's an experienced lifter.
Might need to make a minor adjustment even on my because I got, so my bad, I think I might have figured out the echo issue. Because so, like, prime example, I got the microphone plugged into an external hard drive on here, which is plugged into the computer, but this microphone is not plugged up into the capture card. Now what's plugged up to the capture card is the system itself. No, because it still echoes because my all right, anyway, yeah. I got some playing around to do, y'all. That's just that was kind of funny. Yeah, because that's to the headphones. So this would go into that mic, which would go.
And platform for the colors ready. He's checking it himself. And sure his placement is good.
Okay, we're finna see, ladies and gentlemen. We finna see. Because now I'm kind of like, wait, did I do something?
I have a feeling this is going to fly. Yes, like air. That should be 3 whites. Yep, and it was. Look, this good. 3 white lights for Dakota.
Oh, shit, I just missed. So another thing about me on the comp yesterday, you definitely had to go to me for me because I definitely was zoned out, especially when I'm like multitasking. I don't even know how much that is right there. Trying to see if we can see the 760. Go back. Again, all these guys did. I want to show y'all at least the 760 squat before we change. This was definitely the 760 squat. This was some crazy ass shit to watch. Again, dude named Medulla. If I fuck up the name, I apologize. But yeah. No, this was not the 760 squat. I think he attempted. I don't know how much is on. Hold on, let me Okay. No, let me do some math real quick, y'all, because y'all know I don't fucking know. There we go. Alright, so that's 55 plus. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10. So 10 times 55 plus 55. Am I tripping? Wait, what the fuck? 1, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5.
I can't wait to see what this man puts on this board.
I'm really getting upset that I don't know how to do the math on this, y'all. So 715, but it would have to be 6. No, it wouldn't. All right, hold on, y'all, because I don't. Let me not get to lying to y'all. All right, hold on. So 55 times 10. I say plus 10. 55 times 10 plus 55, 590, and then 15 kg. $33 plus 66, so 761. I'm pretty sure he hit 760 on the squat yesterday, and I think when he attempted the 800 pounds, that's when. Again, please don't let me. Yeah, no, this isn't. Yeah, this isn't a duelist. I think his is coming up after this guy. Let's watch. Hold on now. 307.5 kilograms. Thank you. Yeah. So this is 677 on the bar right now. Yeah. 666. Yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping, so he definitely did. Yeah. This guy deadlifted 800 pounds yesterday, so I was kind of like, damn. The higher your squat, I'm going to assume that you have a big deadlift, or the higher your deadlift, I'm going to assume you have a huge squat, either or.
This should be the last squat of the day.
Yep. So I knew I wasn't tripping. Yeah. Damn. Wait, no, this isn't. I'm pretty sure he fucking hit this weight. I think.
This is 793 pounds.
Yeah, so okay, I knew I wasn't tripping. So he didn't get the 793. I'm not making this video. Oh my god, I hope he doesn't watch this and be like, hey, motherfucker. Be like, oh shit, my bad. I just want them to see the 760 squat.
Okay, I just pulled it.
Yeah, so hold on. So I think this is the 760 squat. Yes. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that one was a 760 squat, y'all. Phenomenal fucking numbers. I don't give a fuck.
And it's gonna be 3 white lights. 2.
He still got it. So I know the pressure was on, and I think this is when somebody said he had injured himself. But hey, either or, he still put over 700 pounds on his back and squatted it. So fuck that. Anyway, I do want to.
And it moves like butter.
Let me go to the bench. Let's see if I can find it.
5 kilos for Jake.
Okay, nope. Nope, my bad, y'all. Yep, this was the 451, I believe. Don't quote me on this, y'all. So again, I don't know how true this is. I do not want to misspeak or look ignorant. So one thing I didn't know, and this kind of reminds me of Olympic lifting, if I remember Olympic lifting correctly. But if you miss a lift, any lift in Olympic lifting, if you miss any lift, you don't continue the rest of the lifts. Now, in powerlifting, you have to get a 2 out of 3 on one of your lifts. Like if you get, what was it? Now I did learn you can do fourth attempts too, which is crazy. But anyway, if you miss all your lifts on squats, you don't move over to bench and deadlift. If you get all your lifts on squats but miss any of your lifts on bench, you don't go on to the next. So it's kind of like you can go all the way perfect all the way until deadlifts, and then again, if you miss them all, it don't matter. Which, okay, that does kind of make sense, which is why I kind of like agree with the dot score versus the total now. If that is what it is, again, I'm not a power lifter. I've never competed. I hope I get all my lifts. Gonna do some low ass numbers if that's the case. But I hope I get all my lifts. I don't care. But yeah, this was a real learning experience for me. So, and I think he just dug deep, but apparently again, dude was hurt.
Alright, Abdullah needs this lift to stay in the knee here.
You got it.
And he does it. He needed that to stay in the knee, and he did it.
So big shout out to him. A lot of weight. Apparently he was doing that hurt. So cool. And I think he only did one lift too. So let me see. There we go. And I think this was the 800 pounds, the 804, the last lift. I remember I was being funny because I was like, they were having a hard time putting the weights on the bar. Yep, here we go. Yeah, because I was really hoping to see 800. That's some crazy ass weight. Wait, why are they breaking it? How are they breaking them? Go to it. Come on. Yeah, I think this is the 800. I think. Yep, this is the 800. Dude did his thing.
Alright, 805.
I got really happy at this part, y'all. Yep.
Hands on the bar.
Yep. And he did that shit hook grip. And I was like, Jesus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, my God.
Anyway, that's pretty much it for the meet as far as, recapping everything. But nah, again, the competitors, they came out, they did their thing. I was satisfied. Like I said, I don't know if I'll ever get on the platform. I highly, highly doubt it. But anyway, y'all know how I feel about, the platform and, what it does. But as a content creator, I will say this, as a content creator, I got to get better at my craft. So if I get a healthy critique, I'm going to save face, take that critique, and get better. Anyway, y'all, hope you guys watched the live stream from yesterday. If not, it's still on my channel. It's still up. It's going to be up. I got more events that I'm doing, but I'm going to get better at live streaming. There's some things I got to do. But nah, I'm gonna get better. Like first, I'm going to start with here, cause I even hear an echo when I stream on here, and that actually is kind of annoying. So, but I never really got any complaints either. So, anyway, y'all be good. Like, subscribe. More to come.